Hi and welcome back to The Books Are Everywhere. It is time for yet another month of TBR Mini Golf, where I decide what I'm going to read by playing mini golf. So I will explain all of the rules in a moment, but before I do that I will just quickly go through all of the books I have read in May. If you want to see any of the past videos in this, I will link the playlist down below. I will link last month's video down below if you want to check out that one. But first I'll just give a quick overview of if I succeeded in reading last month's books. If you do want any more information on these books, there will be several videos you can watch. There will be a wrap up from May, and there will also be a TBR video vlog where I vlog all of the books, reading all of these books and my thoughts and feelings in more detail. But just going through them very quickly. So the first one is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. The prompt for this one was oldest book released, so it's the oldest book on my TBR, was released in the 1920s, I want to say. It was released in 1926, which is actually what was in my head. It's the fourth book in the Poirot series, so he was still being quite established as a character in this book. I did enjoy this one. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's a very typical Agatha Christie murder mystery. However, it does have quite a twist at the end, and I did really enjoy the plot. I also read Someone Is Watching You by Tessa James Mackey, and this was for author debut. I did enjoy this one. It's a thriller crime for teen readers, and it is quite gory considering that it is for teen readers and our main character is only 15, which was my biggest criticism of this. As I said, you can find more of my thoughts and feelings on these in other videos, but gave this 3 out of 5 stars in the end. Very fast paced, read it in 24 hours, but there was a few things that kind of missed the spot for me and I didn't really think were that appropriate for the age group. The next one was The Lies We Tell by Katie Zhao, and this prompt was a quick read, and it was a quick read. I can't believe that I've been putting this book off for so long because, again, I read this in less than 24 hours. It was so quick. Read a lot of these books on holiday as well, so you can see them in my Lake District vlog if you do want to check that one out as well. I read this one on that holiday, and yeah, did enjoy this one. I gave it, I want to say 3.5, maybe 4 stars. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but I did enjoy this. It's set in a college, so it's a little bit older, college in the US, so it's a little bit older, and again it focuses quite a lot on racism as well, and it's a crime thriller that has a kind of relationship subplot as well if you're interested in something like that. And the next one I read was So Pretty by Ronnie Turner, and this was for proof released, so a proof I had on my TBR that had been released and I still haven't read. This was released back in January and it was sent to me by the author, and I'm not gonna say that I loved this one. I enjoyed it, but it was very dark. Please don't go into this one thinking it's going to be in any way lighthearted. It's really messed up in the way that this plot goes. I don't want to give too much away about the plot, but it's about these two different characters who move to this small village and their lives become quite intertwined, and there's also a different character who has quite a history in this village. It gets very dark. My main thing that I really enjoyed about this book is the plot. It was really fast paced, the chapters were so short, and I just wanted to carry on reading and figure out what was going to happen, find out what was going to happen. But yeah, it is not for the faint of heart. Please check the trigger warnings. It's messed up. It's very dark. I gave that one 3 out of 5 stars, by the way. And the last one is Purple Book, and I read, or am currently reading, From the Embers by Ali Martinez. I am about a third of the way through, or just over a third of the way through this one at the moment, and I am enjoying it so far. It is less of a crime book, although there is some kind of thriller elements in here. It's kind of listed as suspense and romance, and this one is interesting. As I said, it does have romance as quite a forefront to the plot, but also there is some kind of messed up stuff that's happening in this one as well. Honestly, the books I've been reading recently are all kind of messed up. I am definitely looking forward to reading some hopefully more light-hearted books in June. June is also the month when me and Courtney go on our reading retreat, so I am so excited for that, and I will be trying to centre my TBR around that as well, so hopefully that goes well for me during this video. But anyway, quick overview of the rules. So in a second you will see that I have 4 holes on the floor, which you'll see on a different camera. And basically the aim of this game is just for me to get some balls into those holes. If I do so, when I do so, I can then pick up the prompt that's attached to that hole and pick a book based on that prompt. So all 4 holes have a prompt attached to them. I do need to add one to green, which I have all of my prompts in this box here. I try not to look at them, so I don't know what's on there at the moment, and it is all a surprise. But yeah, I try and get a ball into a hole 5 times, so we're picking 5 books. I get 5 goes to do that. If I keep missing after 5 goes, then we add another book to my TBR and we start again. So I can end up having 6, 7, 8 books added to my TBR, but I aim for 5 every month. The other rule is that if I get 3 hole-in-ones, I can swap out a prompt and completely try again if I didn't really fancy that prompt or didn't fancy the book that I found to attach to that prompt. I think that's everything. Hopefully I've covered it all, but we will start in a moment once I have added a prompt to green. So the prompt I am going to add to green is this one here. I think that's the right way up. Okay, as I said, you should be able to see the holes now, so let's get started for the first out of 5 books. Okay, I missed turquoise there. Oh, and I didn't quite go around blue either, that is annoying. Blue is a difficult one. Okay, let's try again. I'm not really aiming anywhere, I never really do, because I don't know what the prompts are. Okay, we went through turquoise, so let's see what the prompt is on there. Okay, so the first prompt is standalone, and I have straight away picked up a book for this, which is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is one of the books that me and Courtney want to read when we are going on our reading retreat at the end of June, so it makes complete sense to put this on this video and on this TBR. I honestly know nothing about this, so other than it being a Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and I absolutely loved The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and Courtney's a big fan as well, so we decided to choose one of these to read together that we hadn't read yet. So the synopsis for this one says, at 29, Hannah has no home, no career, and no idea what she wants to do with her life. After years of different cities and jobs, she heads back to Los Angeles for another fresh start, this time with the help of her best friend Gabby. They celebrate her homecoming with old friends at a local bar, and just after midnight, Gabby asks if Hannah's ready to go. Moments later, her high school boyfriend Ethan offers to give her a ride later if she wants to stay. Hannah hesitates. Alternating between 2 parallel universes, radically different paths unfold for Hannah and the people around her. Is anything simply destined to be? Do soulmates truly exist? Hannah believes so, and in both worlds, she's found him. Interesting. So this is actually alternating between 2 parallel universes? That's insane. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. I really, really loved 7 Husbands so much. It was one of my favourite books of last year, so I am very excited to read another Taylor Jenkins Reid book. Okay, let's choose another prompt to go on turquoise. I am going to choose this very short one here. Okay, for the second out of 5 books, let's go. Okay, I got it straight into orange, which I'll admit is definitely an easier one. Let's see what the prompt is on orange. Okay, this is a mood read. Interesting. Do I pick the book now, or do I wait and pick the book another time? I feel like I should pick the book now. But obviously if I'm going to mood read, I'm going to pick one for mine and Courtney's holiday. So what's on the list? Shall we find out? Okay, I'm going to pick Single Thread of Moonlight by Laura Wood, which is one that me and Courtney want to read on holiday. Were you even surprised at this point? This is a Cinderella retelling by Laura Wood, because we chosen to read this because we read Under a Dancing Star on our last year's reading retreat, and it was so good. We loved it so much, so we thought, which other Laura Wood books can we read? And we've read A Sky Painted Gold, we've read Under a Dancing Star, we haven't read A Snowfall of Silver yet, but it's such a wintry read. We thought A Single Thread of Moonlight would be a good decision. And this is a Cinderella story that is laced with love and lies. It says, 7 years ago, Iris Gray ran away from home and disappeared into the foggy streets of London. Now she makes dresses for the richest ladies in the country instead of being one herself. One day, cold-hearted, dazzlingly handsome Nicholas Winter arrives at Iris's door with a proposition for revenge. Can Iris emerge from the shadows and reclaim her rightful place in society, or will love get in the way? So, I'm very excited for this because I loved Under a Dancing Star so much. Again, it was one of my favourite books of last year, so very excited to pick this one up. Okay, I'm replacing the prompt on orange. I am going to choose, that's not the right, I think that's the right way up, but this one here. Okay, for the 3rd out of 5 books, let's go. And I went round blue, okay, in one as well, so that's 2 hole in one so far. Let's see what the prompt is on blue. Okay, this is probably the best prompt that could have come up, and I don't think it's ever come up before, even though it's been in here for ages. It's a Courtney pick, which, considering I'm going on holiday with Courtney this month, as I'm sure you're all aware with the amount of times I've said it in this video, can you tell I'm excited? I am very pleased that this has come up because she gets to pick which book I read, so perfect. She is actually coming round later today, so I am going to cut to a clip of choosing that book because we'll see which one she wants to choose for me. Hello.
Hi.
It's Courtney. She's going to choose the book that I am reading for Courtney pick. And she has just told me, so I can't be as shocked as I was when she told me. But
Your fake reaction.
My fake reaction? What am I reading?
You are reading These Broken Stars.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm reading These Broken Stars by...
I don't know how to pronounce Kaufman.
Yeah. Love how
By
you
her.
went
I went for it.
Amy Kaufman, and there is a second author who I cannot remember at all. We'll find out. Is there?
I thought it was just her.
Oh god. Oh no.
I think it's just her.
I think, okay. It's down here somewhere.
We're
Anyway.
Investigating.
You're welcome to tell the people.
Oh, so the reasons we've chose These Broken Stars. At least threefold, I believe. 1, it's on your self-destruct TBR, yes?
Yes.
2, I potentially want to read it because I love the Illuminae files. And I know I love J. Christoph, so I want to know if I love this one individually. What's the other reason?
It's one of the oldest books on
It's
the TBR.
one of the oldest books on your TBR.
Well, it's been on the
that you've
TBR for the
owned
longest
for the
time.
longest, yeah.
It's by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner.
Oh, I totally thought it was just her.
Megan Spooner is... She writes stuff of her own accord, I think. It's pretty recognisable, and I cannot remember what it is.
I recognise the name, but I don't...
Yeah, she wrote something. I can't remember. But this book, yeah, I have the entire series. I've had this book for a very long time. Like, did you look
a very
at the
long
date?
time.
Like 2016
I feel like it was 2017,
yeah. Had it for my birthday, I think. And then Alex gave me the other 2, like last year, because she unhauled them.
Yeah.
So, I've heard mixed things about this.
That's why I want you to read it first.
Yeah, it's very much not what I expected to read in June.
You're welcome.
However, from what I think is the next part of the video, you'll see that we actually kind of went down a similar thought process with the books on my TBR this month. So yeah, These Broken Stars. I haven't said anything about what this is about. It's
I have no idea.
Sci-fi that is a romance.
This is good to me.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. There's other stuff.
That's a big blob.
It's a big blob. There's a lot on here. But yeah, it's a sci-fi romance, as far as I'm aware, by these authors. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
On to the rest of the video. Okay, I'm replacing the prompt on blue. Let's go with this one here. Okay, so for the 4th out of 5 books, let's go again. Okay, I missed green that time. I thought we might get 3 hole in ones then, but I don't even need to change a book, so we're good. Got it through green that time. Let's see what it says. This is more than 400 pages. And I just checked the first book that came to mind, which is another one we want to read on holiday. And it's 403 pages, or something very similar to that. So I feel like this is working out very well. So let's have a look. It's 408 pages, which is amazing. That works out perfectly. This one I picked up at Yelp last year, and at the time Courtney was asking me for recommendations of Korean books because I think she just read XOXO and loved it as much as I did, and she was like, I want to read more books like this. This one is set in Seoul in Korea. It's in a glittering city where the latest trends are born. Melody finds herself swept away by luxury, romance and family drama. But is this a place she could ever call home? So the full synopsis says, thanks to a tiny transgression after school one day, Melody is shocked to discover her parents have decided to move her and her mum out of New York City to join her father in Seoul immediately. Barely having the chance to say goodbye to her best friend before she's on a plane, Melody is resentful and homesick. But soon she finds herself settling into this super luxe villa, meeting cool friends at school and discovering the alluring aspects of living in Korea, trend-setting fashion, delectable food, her dad's black card, and a cute boy to explore the city with. Life in Seoul is amazing until cracks begin to form on its glittering surface. This charming debut lets you hear every beat of a K-pop bop. K-pop bop is such a hard thing to say. Taste every savoury bite of Korean barbecue, bathe in the glow of Seoul's neon lights, and feel every high and low of Melody's emotional journey across the world and within her heart. Yes, this sounds so good. I'm very excited to read it. I love the cover so much. I love the design of this book. And so pretty underneath too. Very glad that I'm going to be picking this one up after about a year since I bought it. Okay, and to swap the prompt on green one more time, I am going to choose this prompt here. Okay, and for the fifth and final book, let's go. There's not enough a whack to get it round blue, but I'll try again. Okay, that just failed miserably. Let's try for the third time. Again, I think I need to stop aiming for blue. Let's try something else. This is the fourth go. And I missed turquoise again. Okay. Are we going to end up with 6 books on this TBR? Maybe we will. Okay, let's try again. This is the 5th one. If I miss it this time, I have to add another book to my TBR. Okay, it went through turquoise. That was close. Wouldn't have been mad about adding a 6th book because I'm hoping to read like at least 6 books when me and Courtney are away, so it would have been okay, but let's see. This prompt is thriller. This really throws off my want to read like summary romance, but you know, I'll read another thriller. Just gotta find out which one I want to read. Okay, I'm gonna pick A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I didn't expect to be reading this in June, however, there's a logic. There was a few books that I could choose from, and I decided to go for one of the books that is on my self-destruct video. So many references to videos in this video. I'm so sorry for this. Like, my brain is not okay today, but anyway. This book is in my self-destruct video that I will also try and remember to link below. It's on my channel somewhere. It's from April, I think, and it's essentially a list of 12 books, 15 books. There's books in the video, go watch it. It's a list of books that I have to read within the year. I have to unhaul. This is one of them. So I'm gonna read it because Mark told me if I don't read at least one per month for the rest of the year, I will be unhauling a few of those. So he's right. I need to read one at least. I need to read all of them or I'm gonna unhaul them. Anyway, this is about a closed case that is reopened by a schoolgirl because called Pippa. There was a young girl called Andy who was murdered by Sal Singh. Everybody thinks he did it, the police think he did it, and then Pippa isn't so sure. She chooses to cover the case as a topic in her final year project at school, and she uncovers some secrets that somebody in town wants to keep hidden. If the killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? As I said, didn't expect to be reading this in June, but I do need to read it sometime, and I imagine it's going to be quite a quick book. I've heard really good things, especially about the first book in the series, which is this one, so hopefully I will enjoy it. Yeah, reading that in June as well. Okay, this is the TBR right now. We've got maybe another Life by Taylor Jenkins read, which is for standalone. We've got A Single Thread of Moonlight by Laura Wood, which is a mood read. Then we've got I Guess I Live Here Now by Claire On, and that's for more than 400 pages. We've got A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, that's for thriller. And last but not least, we have this book here, which Courtney picked for me to read, which I'm sure I'm also really excited for, and it's probably one that we're going to read together on holiday. So yeah, if you want to see that video when we do go on holiday, there will be 2 coming at the end of June, start of July, after we've been away. And there we go. I'm done. I'm done with this video. I hope you've enjoyed the chaos that has been this video today. I'm gonna go, leave you in peace, and hopefully you'll want to check out some of my other videos and I haven't put you off watching every single one. Bye.